Hey, I'm Albert from Muffin Group, and from now on I will be making a video tutorials about the B theme and the B builder. If you have any feedback about this video or just want me to make a tutorial about something you don't know how to use, feel free to leave me a comment and I will do my best to help you. Okay, so let's move on to the topic.
In this tutorial, I would like to show you how to create a footer from scratch. My main task today is to show you how to quickly and easily create any footer you like. I took the B furniture on the board, and this is what I would like to recreate in this video. Footer builder is based on the B builder, so if you had no chance to meet our new builder yet, in the right top corner I will leave you the link to the tutorial about our new builder tool. Okay, let's start from creating a new template. Because we're going to build a footer, we have to choose the footer from the list. Let's also name it maybe footer number 1, and as soon as we click create the template button, we will be taken to the B builder directly, and this is where the all magic happens. Alright, so let's add the first section, and the first section will contain 2 wraps. The left wrap I would like to be 2/5 and the right one 3/5. As I want the content of both wraps to center vertically, I have to go to the advanced positioning tab of both wraps and check the center option for the wrap content position, and the same thing I have to do for the left wrap. Okay, and now for the left wrap I would like to set a kind of orange color, and it's gonna be, just give me a second, I have to find it. Okay, that's great. And the background color will be this one. But for the right one I need the kind of blue background. Okay, let's go to the advanced and the background tab and let's set the blue. That's great. As you already saw here, our maybe I will call it a newsletter wrap had those round edges. So if you want to make those edges in the builder rounded, we have to edit the wrap, and in the border tab we have to set, let's say, 20 pixels for the left top corner, and also for the bottom left let's set 20 pixels as well. And the same thing we need to do with the blue wrap. So let's go to the border tab again, but here we're going to set for the right top corner 20 pixels, and for the bottom right 20 pixels as well. Okay, let's populate our wraps with the content. So the first wrap would be the orange one, and for this one I'm gonna use the heading element. I would like it to be H5 size. Let's put some text as well, and also I would like it to have 0 pixels of the bottom margin. Also I would like to add some padding for the left wrap, so let's go back to the wrap settings, and in the advanced spacing tab let's add 10% of the left padding. Let's add some content to the right wrap, and the first element I'm gonna add would be the column text, and inside this column text I need to put my newsletter, and it's gonna be the shortcut for the contact form 7 that I've already created. That's great. As you can see, after unclick of the column text, the shortcut has been parsed and you can see how it would look like. Okay, and I want my element with the newsletter to be 4/5 size, because I need to also put an image next to it. And so let's find for the image element and let's add it. Okay, there should be my image somewhere. Okay, that's great, and it's a little too big, so I have to decrease its size to, I think, 1/6 should be okay. That's great. And I want my image to be sticky to the bottom, and also I would like this image to move to the left side, to be between the left and the right wrap. And to do this, I have to go to the positioning tab, set position to offset, and I think it was for the left one I supposed to set kind of -8%. Yes, that's great. And now it's just in the middle between the left and the right wrap. As you noticed, the wraps are not equal high, and also the newsletter on the right is a little bit distorted, so let's do something with both things. And the first thing I'm gonna do is we'll be going to the advanced and positioning tab of the section where both wraps are, and I need to set wraps vertical spacing to stretch. As you can see, the left wrap, the orange one, has increased its height and is now exactly the same height as the right wrap, and this is what I wanted to do. Okay, we can go to our newsletter now and set some spacing. And I would like the top value of the margin to be 24 pixels, and the bottom I want to be 0, and the left one I want to be -40 pixels. And now if we will unclick this newsletter, we're gonna see that it would look much better. Before I move to the next section where I will be adding some links and logo and payment methods, let's say I have the content above the footer and our newsletter, and those links that I'm gonna to add underneath also need some spacing. So let's go to the section and let's set 100 pixels for the top and maybe 50 pixels for the bottom. Also, I would like to add some spacing for both wraps to make them look better, and for that I'm gonna add maybe 30 pixels of the top padding, which looks much better now. Okay, we're ready to go to the next section, so let's add the new section, and this section will be built from 4 wraps, and each will be 1/4. Okay, for the first wrap I'm gonna add the footer logo element, and this one will be custom width, which I want it to be 210 pixels. The next element is gonna be the column text. All right, let's populate it with some custom text. And the next one is gonna be the button. Let's find Let's find the button element. Okay, and maybe let's change it text. And also underneath these three elements, I'm gonna put the element that is called payment methods. And for that element, I'm gonna select a few payment methods. Like I will choose from the list of predefined ones. I'm not going to add any custom. So let's say the first one will be Visa, the other one maybe MasterCard, the next one will be maybe Apple Pay, and maybe let's add two more, so PayPal and the Google Pay. As you already saw here, our payment methods on the demo page had this border around the icons, and basically you can customize the payment methods the way you like. You can enable or disable the grayscale, you can invert colors and do much more in the style tab. And I just would like to show you how to set the border we have on the demo page. So in the style tab for the payment methods, I'm gonna choose the solid border style, and let's set the border color. And also we have to set border width, and I want it to be 2 pixels for each, and I would like each to be 4 pixels of the border radius. As you can see, now we have this nice border that looks exactly the same as on our demo page. The other thing I would like to add for the first wrap will be some nice spacing, and let's say I would like to add maybe 15% or for the right margin, which looks way much better now. Okay, we can move to the next wrap, where the first thing I'm going to add will be the heading, and I want my heading to be H6 size, and let's change the text. In the advanced tab I will change also the spacing, as I want it to be only 20 pixels for the bottom. The other element I want to add just underneath the heading in the second wrap will be the menu item. It's gonna be the main menu. I would like it to be styled vertically and left aligned. Let's also go to the style menu tab, where I would like to set some options. I would like the top padding to be 0 and the bottom 10 pixels. Also in the typography tab I need to set the size to be 12 pixels and the line height to be 18 pixels, and let's maybe change the font weight to 600. Okay, that looks much better now. We can move to the third wrap, where I'm going to add the heading as well, just like for the left wrap, and that was something like customer service. Let's change it to H6, and also in the advanced spacing tab let's set 20 pixels for the bottom margin, and maybe let's duplicate this menu and move it to the third wrap, but here I want it to be maybe the customer service menu. Okay, and we don't have to style it because we've already copied the menu from the second wrap to the third. So all styles like padding, margin, etc. has been copied. Okay, we can move to the last wrap, and here I'm going to maybe copy the heading this time because I don't want to set all those spacings, and maybe let's change it to delivery. Let's also copy the menu and let's set the footer delivery. Okay, our footer seems to be ready right now. We have the newsletter tab in the first section, and in the second section we have 4 wraps. The first one is with logo, some text, the button, payment methods, and 3 others are with the menus I just wanted to populate the footer with. Okay, we're ready to populate our footer across the whole site. So the last thing I have to do is click the update button, and now I can define the conditions. I would like to show the footer across the entire site, so I will choose the entire site. But of course, if you, for example, decide that you want to maybe exclude some types of pages like archives or maybe singular pages, you can do that as well. But as I want to display this footer across the whole site, I will just choose include an entire site. I can save the page right now, and I can go to visit the page, and as soon as I will click, the main site will appear with the new footer. As you can see, we have the newsletter and all other wraps just underneath, which looks great, by the way. I would forgot about one more thing. One of the users today asked me how to create a copyright, the footer with copyright. He didn't want to use the theme options where this could be just replaced with custom text, and he wanted to build a custom template with just a copyright footer. So I thought that maybe I can show you in this tutorial how to do this. Okay, so to add the simple footer copyright, I can add just the wrap to the second section, or I can create another section. So let's maybe create another section, and it's gonna be full width section, and all I have to do is add the column text. Inside this column text I have to put the text. Let's say I want to separate this copyright from the content I've added already above. So what I need to do is go to the settings of the wrap where the copyright is, and in the spacing I will maybe add 30 pixels of the top padding and maybe some margin, let's say 30 pixels as well. Looks better now. And the other thing we have to do is set the border to separate the copyright from the content above. So I'm gonna set the solid one. Let's set some gray color, and I want it to be 1 pixels of top width only. The border is not visible right now because all those lines from the builder just overlaid, but as soon as you will click somewhere else, you will see the nice border with the gray color that separate the copyright from the content above. As you can see, it's pretty simple and will just take you a couple of seconds, and there is nothing else you have to do.
That is all for this video. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified every time we release a new video. If you have more questions, please visit our support center at support.muffingroup.com.